Hello and welcome to Monday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we're going to be having a look at a puzzle by none other than Marty Sears. And I think I must have missed this one when it was first released. It was released in December, when I suspect I may have been away. It's called Build Your Own Hitlines, and it's got the most phenomenal feedback. We actually just had a recommendation to do this yesterday, and I was like, oh, I don't think I've heard of this puzzle. But anyway, if we look at some of the comments, another absolutely brilliant puzzle by a brilliant setter, says Virus Dave. Incredible puzzle, says OLC. Brilliant puzzle. This is one of the best puzzles I solved this year, says Klaus Kuhn. A physicist from Funen says, it is not every day you see a 98% rating only to find yourself thinking, well, that's clearly underrated. So, asparagus, that could be Spartacus, couldn't it? Magnificent puzzle. So everybody basically says that this is very, very good indeed. And so I'm going to put it right that I haven't had a go at it yet and try and solve it myself. And we'll read the rules together in a moment or two's time. But before I do that, well, I should mention a few things. Firstly, there was some doubt expressed in yesterday's video about whether there would be a blueprint stream this evening. The answer is yes. We do think there will be. I mean, technology allowing, 10 p.m. UK time. We'd love to have your company. It's been very amazing times in the Blueprints mansion of late. So do join us there if you've got any interest in seeing how we get on and how we can progress our progress through the game. What else? Over on Patreon, let's mention Patreon because well, I've actually been away. Well, not been away. I haven't been away for the last few days, but they have been pre-records because of the cancellation of the President's Putter. But anyway, here we go. Off by one. This is our January competition over on Patreon. You can see the puzzles are by Panthera. Now I haven't refreshed this for a few days, so we were at 393 solvers who'd solved the whole thing and nearly 1,500 who'd solved the first puzzle. Let's see where we are now. Oh gosh, I mean, it's gone up by almost double. 668 solvers of all 13 puzzles. That's phenomenal. 1,627 solvers of the first puzzle. Really well done to all those of you who've managed to solve any of the puzzles. But I mean, the puzzles they're doable this month. Very doable. If you like the nonograms, or they're sometimes called pie-cross puzzles. These are Japanese. They're all Japanese sum themed. You'll enjoy them a lot. So do check them out. Plenty of time left to enter the competition, which closes on the 20th. Now, what else? Well, because I was anticipating being at the President's Putter, which is a golf tournament, for the last few days, I've missed birthdays for the last few days. If those birthdays were requested sort of very late on, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to try and put some of that right today. Let me look at my list. Actually, I had a lovely day yesterday because I pre-recorded a video. I was actually able to sort of have a day off, which I get very rarely. And I went up to Cambridge for the day, which I haven't been back to Cambridge for many years. I was a student there. So I went back had a walk around my old college, Queen's College, and of course I went to Fitzbilly's. Now, Fitzbilly's, those of you who don't know, Fitzbilly's is a very well-known cake shop in Cambridge. Goodness only knows how much money I spent there as a student and how many calories I've consumed from there in my life. It's a lot. But yeah, I had a Chelsea bun. I was intrigued. They now do Chelsea buns, which are Marmite and cheese flavoured. Now, that is controversial. Anyway, I digress. Let's do the birthdays. Late birthdays, sorry. Andy, your friend Jennifer wrote to me just in the most fulsome way. It was your birthday on Saturday, I think. Jennifer told me that you'd helped her through life's challenges when most had turned away. And she thinks you're a true hero, and says that you saved her life last year. She says you're a gentle, kind man who watches the channel every day, loves blueprints, loves crosswords, and also Sudoku. Andy, well, it sounds like you're an incredible person. I hope you had a brilliant, brilliant birthday. And I hope that the chocolate cake was as good as some of the chocolate cake I'm going to show you later in these birthday announcements. Benoit, I don't think it was your birthday, but I know you're French living in Norway, but I think you had to spend some time in the ER over the weekend. I do hope that you're on the mend now. I know you were using Cracking the Cryptic videos to keep you company while hanging around. And apparently, if I could say nori nori in your honour, that would make your day. Well, that's very easy. Nori nori, nori nori, nori nori. And no, I'm not going there. But anyway, Benoit, I hope you're feeling better. Bill, from your friend who we know as Panthera, who made our monthly reward, but you probably know better as Amy. You're the grandfather to her godchildren, and she wanted to wish you a happy birthday, so many happy returns. Brian, your wife Julie did write to me in time for me to announce your birthday last Thursday, but because I pre-recorded I couldn't. I'm so sorry. I know you've been watching since COVID, so thank you very much for doing that. I hope you had a brilliant birthday with very heavily iced chocolate cake. Kieran, I'm not late with this one. Your birthday's today. And you've been watching for years as well, and you're having, I think you're planning on having, your brother is making you a chocolate tart today, which you claimed was basically just chocolate icing, and you agreed that was the best form of, well, I think you said it was the best form of anything. I can get on board with that, Kieran. I hope it's as good as you hope. Scarlett, you turned 21 last week, I think last Thursday. I know you had to celebrate alone because you had to travel to your grandfather's funeral last Friday. I'm sorry about that. I hope that went as well as it could have done, and I hope you were able to celebrate your birthday a little bit. And apparently you find the videos a bit of an escape from the world. You like escaping into maths. Well, I empathise. Scarlett. Many happy returns for last week, turning 21. Goodness. And then Lev, you're turning 23 today, and I actually know this not just because I know about your birthday party, but your friend, is it Hania, wrote to me. I think the two of you, well, I know you're based in Poland, and you're both biology students there, and Lev specialises in moss and dinosaurs. And I think Hania specialises in cephalopods. Are they octopuses? Or was it octopi? I'm not sure. Anyway, Lev had the most unbelievable party, and I have to show you. I'm going to read you some stuff about Lev's birthday, but I've also got some fantastic pictures. Let's have a... Actually, can I show you this? Maybe I can't. Oh, no. Oh, this is a disaster. Why is that not working? I thought that was going to work. I thought when I clicked that, Firefox would be kind to me. But Firefox is not being kind to me. I know I really want to show you the... maybe if I click that, maybe it'll work now. Oh, yeah, that might have worked. There we go. Now that is the chocolate cake that Lev had. Now I'm going to just trot through some of the pictures because I don't really understand how this works. So I'll show you the pictures. Look at this. It's a Blueprints style present. So only one bag contains the true gift. This is fantastic. 45 is the new 67. I think that's what that's meant to mean. That must be Lev, I think, with that amazing chocolate cake. But this was it was a Cracking the Cryptic themed party with a 3 in the corner. Bananas strewn around the party because Mark and I tend to leave them or not notice them when we're playing Blueprints. That's the original Miracle Sudoku in icing on that cake. And this sounds incredible, and I want to read about this because this is really amazing. Anyway, let me just go back here. And I'll switch that off because otherwise I'll get waylaid. But I want to just read you some stuff about Lev's birthday party. So Lev writes, for several years now, I've been throwing myself themed birthday parties, and this time I've decided on a Cracking the Cryptic theme. since you like hearing stories, I thought I'd share with you how it went. I'm turning 23 on Monday, but the party happened on Saturday. I obviously made myself a chocolate cake with the correct ratio of icing to cake, which coincidentally is also his favourite, with the original Miracle Sudoku, because that's the first video from the channel that Lev watched. I don't have an oven, so it had to be a pancake cake. Is that when you layer pancakes one after the other? Lev remembers me saying that that's fine. Yeah, of course it's fine. There was a bowl with oranges as a reference to Simon's go-to breakfast choice. It's still the same. Still the same. Three mini oranges. That's what you should have. Several bananas as a Blueprints reference. There was a balloon 3 in the corner. And he asked his friends to come dressed similarly to us. Oh, that's those poor people. That's terrible. And you also wanted to play Dance Dance Revolution on your laptop, but you forgot that, unfortunately. And your friend Emilka made the 45 cake that we saw, with the secret inspired writing on the top, and that was the handmade Sudoku pillowcase. Isn't that incredible? And then Hania was the one. Hania, who wrote to me as well, was the one who gave you the 3 bags with a Blueprints puzzle in it to solve in order to know which had the real gift. I think that is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the party went very well. That's probably because I wasn't there. And you've been recommending Cracking the Cryptic to folk, and for that I am most grateful indeed. Anyway, Lev, I hope you have a great birthday today. It sounds like that was a party to remember. And they're all the news. That's all the news, I think. Quite a long bit of news today. Apologies for that. Might be a long video, actually. There were some of the comments on Logic Masters suggested that people had taken sort of 2 hours to solve this. So we'll see how I get on. Anyway, Build Your Own Hitlines by the great Marty Sears. These are the rules. We have got normal Sudoku rules apply. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. From each square, from each square, draw a valid hit line, moving through the centres of cells. Each hit line must occupy at least 2 cells. Hit lines may travel orthogonally. So an orthogonal hit line. Oh, am I going to need the line tool? Maybe. So that's an orthogonal movement of a hit line. That's a diagonal movement. Hit lines may travel orthogonally and diagonally between cells, but may not branch, share cells, or cross themselves or each other. So we couldn't have that situation because those hit lines have crossed one another. And they can't share cells either, so they can't do that. May not branch. I wouldn't have thought they could branch, but share cells or cross themselves or each other. Okay. Digits may not repeat on a hit line. The small white clue on a square indicates the total sum of all the digits along that hit line that match their position number, with the square itself being position 1. And then there's some examples, so that's very good. E.g., if a hit line reads 82195, then its square would have a 7 clue. Have we got a 7 clue? No, we haven't got a 7 clue. Bobbins. Which are the only 2 digits on the line which match their position number. Okay, so let's imagine, let's draw our own. So let's say that, and let's say there was a 7. So this is our hit line to do the example. And we're going to draw a hit line. How long does it have to be? 5. Okay, yeah, this is going to be hard to see, but I'm going to put the small numbers in just so that I can put them all in. Because if I put a big 8 in that cell, it'll obscure the 7. So if the hit line reads 82195, yeah, I see. That's fine. So basically what we do is we say how many of the numbers on the line match their position on the line. So the 8 is in the first position. that doesn't match its position. The 2 is in the second position, so it does match. So the 2 counts towards this 7 clue. The 1, well, this is position 3, they don't match. The 9, this is position 4, they don't match. The 5 is in position 5, so they do match, so it contributes. So those 2 contribute, and that's why the clue is a 7. That's very clear, actually. And they, I think, I can't scroll any further. They are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I don't know whether to start with the 0 or the big clues. What does 0 mean? So 0, oh, I see. No, 0 is not where we start here. 0. So 0 is saying that however long the line is that comes out of this thingy, no digits on it are correctly positioned. So what about, 42 is the biggest number. So 42, what's that saying? That's got to relate to the secret. Yeah, that's got to be a very long line. That's got to be a length 9 line. You can't repeat digits on lines, can you? I thought I read that. Digits may not repeat on a hit line. Right. So, yeah. So this is I think related to the secret. Now that's something I share with only my very favourite people, but of course, if you're watching this video, you're definitely one of my favourite people. So I will share the secret of Sudoku with you. And the secret of Sudoku is the sum of the digits 1 to 9. If you add those digits up, you get 45. So, in fact, 45 is the biggest hit line total you could possibly produce in a Sudoku. And that would be a length 9 line in which the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 were in order along the line. Now, a 42 line is very close to that theoretical maximum. And you can immediately see that there must be a 9 on this line, because otherwise its maximum total would be 36, 45 minus 9. So there must be, the 9, the 8, the 7, the 6, the 5, the 4, all have to be correctly positioned on this line. So, sorry, let me just mull this over. So as the 9 is correctly positioned, then it must be a length 9 line. It can't be a length 10 line, because then there would be a repeated digit. There are only 9 different digits in Sudoku, and we're not allowed to repeat a digit on a hit line. And I don't think... Yeah, here's the question we need to ask. Is how do we get the total to be 42 then? Because what you could say, and this is what my brain said to me, is, I'll misplace the 3. But that's a problem, because if you misplace the 3 on the line, so in the third position you don't have a 3, whatever digit you put in that third position will axiomatically also be misplaced. Say you put a 7 there. Well, then the 7 and the 3 are misplaced on the line. So the maximum total you could reach would be 35, because it would be 3 plus 7 would be definitely misplaced. So you can't just misplace a 3. So you have to misplace 2 digits. Or 0 digits. Well, we can't, given we know the line is length 9, we can't misplace 0 digits, because then it would be 45. So we have to misplace 1 and 2 on this line. And that means that digit in the corner is a 2, because that's the first position on the line. And just to be clear about that, because the 1 and the 2, if they're misplaced, they add to the 3 that we need to deduct from the maximum. We know that the first position then is a 2, and the second position is a 1. and that misplaces just those 2 digits. And then the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 will all be perfectly positioned, and they will sum to the 42 that we're looking for. So we can write a 2 in. I mean, it's not an easy 2 to get that. And there will be a 1 in one of those cells, won't there? Because wherever this goes, the second position will be a 1. So that 5 clue can't have a 1 or a 2 in its correct positions. So how's that working then? That's okay. So the 5 clue here is a length. Well, nah, see, that's not true. Well, it's definitely at least a length 5 line. That's actually a bizarre thought I've just had there. I know it's at least a length 5 line because I think the only way of making the digits in the correct positions on it sum to 5, given that 1 or 2 can't be correctly positioned on it, is for the 5 itself on that line to be correctly positioned. But then I was going to say it must be a length 5 line. And I was thinking, well, why does it have to be that? Why couldn't it be a length 7 line? I think because you're always swapping. And then I was thinking, well, if it was a length 7 line, how on earth would the puzzle be unique? How are we going to know where all these lines end, given that they could all be length 9? Well, they obviously can't all be length 9 because there's more than 9 of them. I'm not sure. It feels quite difficult from a constructing perspective for this to be unique to me, but I'm sure it is. Right, so do we know? Yeah, okay. We do know a bit, don't we? No, yeah, these two can't get to their totals without being of some. In fact, everything we're told, I'm sure I read, we're told that everything is at least a length 2 line. And anyway, these are length 2 lines at least. In fact, even if they were only length 2 lines, you could only create a hitline score of 3, couldn't you, if you position the 1 and the 2 correctly? So, yeah, each hitline must occupy at least 2 cells. Well, the point is, where does this one go? Because if we go back to the line drawing tool, if it went that way, this one, which isn't allowed to cross it or occupy the same cells as it, would go that way, and this one, which is meant to be a length 9 line, would be trapped in. So this one must go, I don't actually know, let's change colour. That one must go up. Maybe we'll use different colours, shall we? This one must also go up, because if it goes like that, the 2 can't get out. And that means, because we know that this one's second digit is a 1, I can now, it must be here, it can't be anywhere else. So let's draw that in. And now this one has a 3, it has everything else on it is in its correct position, so we know there must be a 3 in one of those. Now does that, oh no it doesn't, I was going to say does this one have to go there? But if it went straight up, that could be 3 and that could be 4, although goodness only knows what that does to that clue. Oh, I suppose. It's a weird point. This funny clue here, which is a 4 clue, that's a length, well, I'm going to do it again and misspeak, but it is at least a length 4 line. I was going to say it is a 4 length line. I think in my brain I'm getting these hit lines mixed up with index lines. Is that what I'm doing? An index line? Yeah, if you had a length 4 index line, I think it has to have the digits 1, 2, 3 and 4 on it. But these lines don't, do they? Because the example was a length 5 line that had a 9 on it. Right. Okay, but yeah, the only way, given this cell can't be a 1, how do you correctly position digits on this line that total exactly 4? The ways of getting to 4 with Sudoku numbers are either going to be a 4 on your own or with a 1 and a 3 correctly positioned on the line. And given the 1 can't be correctly positioned on here because it would go there, this line is at least length 4 with the 4 in the correct position. And the 41 up here, well, the 1 can't be correct. So, right. That's lovely, I think. Yeah, it's the same. It's a similar logic to the 42. To get to a correct count of 41, we're going to need the 9 to be included and count fully. So that this line is going to have a 9 somewhere in the grid that will be correctly counted. Now, therefore, how are we misplacing digits that sum to 4? We know we must misplace at least 2 digits, so we're going to misplace the 1 and the 3 on the line. So they are going to sort of be in swapping positions. And that means that's a 3 in the corner. And that's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Now, this line has a 2 in its correct position, which can't be there. So that's got to be a 2. And the next digit is a 1, which can't go there. Oh, right, hang on. We need to draw this in, don't we? So let's... we better be a bit careful, actually, because this line could get close to this line. So I'll use a different colour. And then what should we do? We'll make this line, which now can't cross this line. That's got to come... Oh, that's terrible. I can't see it. Maybe grey? Yeah, I can see grey. That's good. All right, so this line comes to here. Now, how is this getting to its total? Right, 3 you could do with a 1 and a 2 correctly positioned on the line, but the 2 can't be correctly positioned. So this line has a 3 correctly positioned on it, so that's got to be in one of those 2 cells. It must be the next digit after this one, and it can't be in this box. And then this one... Oh, 2. 2 is a weird number. Actually, 2 is a weird number. There's loads of 2 clues. Right. How do you create a 2 clue? You've got to have at least a length 2 line, and the 2 must be in the correct position. But yeah, no. Hang on. Right. Yeah, that is true. But again, in my brain, I'm thinking, oh, what do you do with the 1 on the line? But there doesn't need to be a 1 on the line. So I was thinking you couldn't have a length 2 line. Oh, this rule set is playing with my head. I'm not used to hitlines enough. So, right. Well, it's fine, isn't it? I know that this line has a 2 in the correct position. Where's that? Well, it can't be there, and it can't be in the same box as that 2, so it's got to be there. So this line, I don't know how long it is, but it's at least like that. So 2 by Sudoku is over there, which probably is going to mean it... Well, it is, isn't it? It's got to... This 2 clue has got to have a 2 somewhere next to it. And so it can't be here, because then you couldn't put a 2 next to that. I was just looking at these to see if I could see something about them, but that one could actually have a 2 in all of those positions. And that one could have a 2 in all of those positions apart from that one. So no, I don't like the look of that. Right, let's make sure, though, we know there's a 1. Yeah, I tell you why another reason I'm finding this difficult is that for the 41 and the 42 lines, you can sort of avail yourself of the fact that they have all 9 digits on them. So you do need to make sure that, for example, on this line, the 3 and the 1 swap positions, and on this line, the 2 and the 1 swap positions. But on this line, because it's not necessarily 9 long, and may indeed only be 2 long, you don't have that same logic applying. It's bizarre. But where is this getting a 1? One of 2 places, I think. Can't overlap with this one. And this one, we just know it's got a 3 here, but we don't know which cell. Oh no, I might be about to get very badly stuck here. How do you create a 1 clue? How do you create a 1 clue? You must just, well, I don't know. The thing is, I know that's at least a length 2 hit line, but wherever it goes, everything else on it will be incorrect, but the 1 must be correct. So there's a 1 in one of those 3, not giving the potential to misplace or miscount the 2 clue. The 0. No, we looked at that earlier. I think that 0 is filthy, frankly. It's not doing anything. Oh no, I'm getting stuck. Oh, hang on. If that's a 3, where's the 3 that's correct on the 42? It's got to be there. Oh, well, that's good. Okay, that's a relief. I was thinking I was going to get stuck there. So the 5, we know this is at least a length 5 line, and it can't cross the blue line, so that's got to come up there. Now, yeah, the 9 line here, well, it definitely has to be at least, in fact, it can't only be 4 long, can it? Because the 1 and the 2 on the 9 line can't be correctly positioned. So the best you're going to do, in fact, you can't even do this, a 3, because this line must be longer, it's going to have to go there. And the 3 is also not correctly placed on this 9 line. So this 9 line, either it's going to have a 4 and a 5 correctly placed on it, that they would add up to 9, or the only other way of getting to 9, given the 1, 2 and the 3 are not available to be placed correctly, is for that 9 to be made up of a line of length 9 where the 9 is correctly positioned on it. So, yeah, let's look at the green line again. We know that is at least a length 5 line. Now, what would happen if it went there? You couldn't, remember the blue line is a length 9 line, you couldn't get it out, so it doesn't do that, it must go there. And it can't go there because of the blue, oh no, that's wrong, that's not true. The blue line could sort of skirt round the 4 clue. But the 4 clue, hang on, the 4 clue, no, the 4 clue is a length 4 clue, at least. So it can't, yeah, it can't just nestle in here, for example. It won't add up to 4. Yeah, okay. So the blue clue has a correct 4 on it. And that's either there or there. Okay, but the blue clue has to go, well, I don't know how to do this, but the blue clue has to go through that cell. And either it's rinky-dinked to get there, because if it goes there and that's a 4, then this will be the 5 on the line, or it goes directly there now and this is a 4. And I think that either way is quite interesting, because this thing has to be of length 4 at least and have a correct 4 on it. 3 is in one of those 3 cells, as is 2 by Sudoku. What about 1 in this box? I don't know. What about this one? That's a 3. Oh, that could just nip up there and get a 3, couldn't it? Oh dear, sorry, I'm stuck now. I don't know what to do. Oh, okay, that one can't have a 1 in its correct position. So this is at least a length 3 line, and the 3 on it is correct. I'll tell you something. Yeah, here's a point. I know where the red line goes now, because it's a bit like what we were looking at in box 7. If the red line goes down, the 3 and the 4 clue get trapped in. Remember, each index line, each hit line is at least 2 cells long. So the 3 would go down and then the 4 couldn't get out without hitting something. So the 9 line has to go to at least here. Now, the 3 line has 2 options. It either goes there or there. Well, it can't go diagonally downwards because the 4 gets trapped in again. So that's how the 3 line starts. And now the 4 line can only start that way. And the 2 on the 4 line, the 4 line could be 1, 3. Although that's going to be very difficult. No. That's it. Right. Actually, this is the box we need to focus on, because we can think about the 3 clue. The 3 clue here is made up of a 3 in its correct position along the line. Now, the third position along this blue line is in one of those 3 cells, but not this one, because that can't be a 3 by Sudoku, so it's in one of these 2. If it was here, the 4 line couldn't get out and couldn't have reached a total of 4 in only 2 cells. So that's a 3, and that's definitely blue. And now the 4 line has to keep going, and more importantly than that even, the 3 on this 4 line cannot now be correctly positioned, so the only way of getting to a count of 4 is with an actual 4 in one of those 2 cells, whichever way this comes out. So, okay, so 3 is in one of those 3 cells. 1 can't be correctly positioned on that 4 line, so 1 is in one of 3 places in box 8. 2 can't be correctly positioned on that 3 line. So that's better. So where's 2 in box 8? One of 2 places. So 2 is in one of 3 places in box 9. Oh, I've got a horrible feeling that this is going to now peter out. Oh dear. So, how do we do this then? I don't know what to do. Oh, Simon, come on. What are we meant to do now? That 0 clue keeps like winking at me. Stop winking at me, naughty 0 clue. I don't really know. I'm not sure where to look, actually. Where could it be? I know that 1 isn't correct here. Oh, I know that one. Oh, 3. 3 in the middle box? Is that what we're meant to look at? One of 3 places? 2? I know that cell it's on the blue line. I don't know whether the blue line does a rinky-dink. And I know, oh, hang on, what do I know about the 5 line? I know the 5 line has a 5 on it. Yeah, oh, that's okay. That's it, isn't it? Where is the 5 on the 5 line? And that is one of those questions that I haven't got a Scooby-Doo about the answer. I really don't know. But I do know, except I know one thing. The 5 on this green line, I think it's in one of those cells. I don't see how it can be anywhere else. It can't be here because the blue line has to get out. So there is a 5 in one of these green cells, but that then begs a question. Where is the correct 5 on the blue line? Now, if the blue line did go with alacrity to this cell, this is a correct 4 on the blue line. And now the next cell is going to have to be a blue 5. Well, where's that going to be? It's going to be in one of those 3 cells, in the same row as the green 5. That cannot be true. So actually, we must rinky-dink, mustn't we? We must rinky-dink. If we do that, it is permissible for this to be a 5. That's a 4. And now, oh, this is lovely. Now the green line, which has a correct 5 on it, can't be in those 2 green cells. So the only place it can go is there. So that's how the green line goes. We don't know if that's the end of the green line. We have not got a clue about that. Oh, I thought I'd broken it. I thought I'd broken it, but I haven't. I was about then to say, but you can't repeat 5 on the green line. So where's 5 in this box? And I thought for a moment I couldn't put it anywhere. But I can. I can put it on this. Oh, this is beautiful logic. Yeah, this is beautiful logic. Right. Here is a weird and wonderful point. The 5 here, correctly positioned on this green line, you can't repeat a digit on a line, so there's no 5 there and no 5 here. So there's a 5 on the red line in an early position. So how could the red line have a correctly positioned 4 and 5 on it now? It can't. So this is a length 9 line in which the 9 is correctly positioned. Which probably means something. I don't know what it means, but it probably means something. Okay, let's do Sudoku. So 5 is in one of those 3 cells. 5 is in one of those 2 cells. These digits are very big digits because they can't be 5. So it's a terrible pencil mark, but forgive me. They're 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. What's going on with this 4 clue? The 4 clue needs a 4, doesn't it? And it can't get it there because of this 4. So where does the 4 clue get a 4 from? And the answer is a lot of different places. So, okay. No, that's wrong as well. I was about to say the blue line can't go there because the 4 line would get trapped in. But it wouldn't, I don't think. Because if the blue line went up to here and the 4 line went straight up and then did a little wiggle right at the end, that looks like it's okay. I think you can still get the pink line out. I don't know what to do then. So, is this really obvious? Oh dear, sorry. 3, 2. I don't know what to do actually. Oh, come on. Oh, I tell you what, maybe it's that one actually. What do we know about this line? Because that now can't go. I thought it was going to get a 3 from here, didn't I? And now it looks like it's got very trapped in. I think maybe it just has to go there, look. That's the only move it's got. It must go somewhere. Now, can that be a 1 and a 2? Maybe. Yeah, maybe it can. Although... okay, let me think that through. Is that really true? If that is a 1-2 pair, adding up to 3, then this is a 2, and this needs to get hold of a 2, so that almost looks good, doesn't it? And then that could get a 2. I suppose it could get a 2 in that column. So that might be fine. Oh, I don't know. I can't quite see how to unravel that. I suppose what happens if this isn't a 1 and a 2? Then it needs a 3 on it, which would have to be there. 1? No. So then it wouldn't need 1 and 2 on it. So it would, all we'd get would be a 3 here. Which might be fine. I don't know. Oh dear, I don't know where to look again. I am trying, I promise. It's just very complicated. And what was going on at the top? We've got a 2 on this line. So that's sort of I wonder if there's a way I should show once I've finished the count correctly. Maybe that is a good idea. I'll add a circle where the count is correct. So the count is correct there. But then, oh no, I might not do that, because then I have to remember to make sure the rest of the line is incorrectly counted, and I might think I've done that if I put a circle in. Bother. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. Wow. What else do we know then? We know this line, its next digit is in one of those and is a 1. And after that, it's got everything correct on it. Oh, so it needs a 5. That's interesting. How does it do that then? Does it get that 5? That, I don't know. That's, I'm unsure about that. And what's this 8 doing? I don't know that either. It appears I don't know very much about this. I'm not sure. Can I do some Sudoku or something using these funny rules? Or is it the rule that you can't repeat stuff on lines that I need to pay more attention to? Oh, maybe it's this 9 line. Do I know what that's doing? It looks like it can go to 2 places to me. That line... See, that line's basically done. This line... It can't have... I think that line's basically done. I mean, I don't know where its 4 goes. But once that 4 goes in, everything's fine. Oh, Marty, you've got me here. What have you done? what devious nonsense has been perpetrated upon me? Okay, is it that cell then? Maybe that cell, but yeah, that's probably it. Ah, no, that's not it. Well, although is it? Maybe it is it. I was wondering whether this cell here has to be on this blue line. But then I thought maybe it doesn't. I mean, because the blue line could go up to here, that would be a 6, and then it could go there. And maybe that's possible. Just. It's tricky, I think, but I think it's just possible. Okay, let's think about that then. So we know there's a 6, don't we, on this line as its next digit, and it must be in one of those two cells. I think we can rule this one out, because if it was there, the 4 couldn't get out at all. So I'm prepared to go with that. So if the 4 goes here, then this would be a 6. But if the 4 goes there, this could be a 6. But then the 4 would have to go up and get its 4 from this position. So this would become a 4-1 pair. I think that's okay. Golly gosh, I don't know what to do here. This is very confusing. Is it that one? Oh, yeah, I know something. Oh, that's actually, I know something important about it. Look at this one. Let's ask where this one goes. It's got to have a length 2 line at least. Now, what it can't do, I've just noticed, is that, because now my red line, which is meant to be of length 9, never gets out. So it must... Oh, that's terrible. I can't... Can I put a 2 there? I think the only way this line can grow is to put a 2 there. But in order to complete the count for this of 2, that's putting a 2 there. I don't know if that's doing anything else. Well, it's doing one thing, which is it's making my red line have to go there. That's the only way that can grow. And now this line... Oh, no, this is doing some things. This is doing some things, because this line having to go here now means this line can't be a 1-2 pair, so that needs a 3 on it in its correct position, and given its third position is connected in some way to this cell, and given where I've pencil marked 3s, that is a 3, and it's on that line for sure. Okay, so now this is not a 2 by Sudoku, that is not a 3 by Sudoku. Now, does this change any of the calculus that we've just been doing? Where's the 2 connected to that then? And the answer might be we don't know. Here's a question. Here is a question. Where's 1? No, that doesn't work. Oh, I thought I had a good question. I was going to say, where's 1 in box 5? This one prevents it from being here. We know it can't be correctly positioned on either of these lines, so 1 is in one of 2 places. I think it can go here. That might be wrong, but I think it can. So, yeah, but okay, where's the 2 on this one? It's got to be in one of those 2 cells, I think. So that isn't a 2. It just depends where this one goes. But it can't be here, obviously, because this would clash. So, and then, what's going on down here now? I don't know. I'll tell you something weird that I know. 5, which is on the red line, can't repeat on the red line. So 5 is in one of 3 positions in box 8, which is quite a weird deduction. So, how has this changed anything? Not sure. Not sure at all. It might not have changed anything, is the truth. I don't know. It's very hard to see, actually. Is it... Okay, what's this digit? That digit is a low digit. Because where does this digit go in box 7? It can't repeat on the green line. It can't repeat in its own column. So this digit is a 1, 2, 3 or 4. Now it's not a 2. So it's a 1, 3 or 4. Now, can we do any better than that? I tell you, I know one thing it isn't. It's not a 4. Because it would be correctly positioned on the line. So it's 1 or 3 now. I don't even know that. Do I really mind what it is? Maybe I don't. Do I need to shade this or something? Is that going to help me to see how these lines grow? Yeah, maybe that's it. No, I'm not sure actually. If that goes like that, it feels like it's getting tricky. It is a bit tricky. Column 4 is a bit tricky here. I'm going to claim, because I think this is actually logical. It's my shadings help me here. Yeah, if we look at column 4, these two are in the same thingy. I don't know whether that thingy goes any further, but it's at the moment it's this thingy. This grey line here is definitely taking one of these two cells to get its 3. And this pink line, now this might not be logical. I was going to say that it has to take a cell in column 4. Now that might not be true actually. Maybe it's possible that pink never reaches column 4. So 3, 2, let's just see, it gets a 1 there, 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's totally trapped that 4 clue in. That's not going to work at all. At all. Right. It has to, if it never gets to this column, it has to get its 5 from one of these cells. That's something we established earlier. So can it do that in any sort of way that doesn't trap? I don't think it can. It would have to trap the 4 in. And the 4 we know is at least of length 4. Let's give it its own colour. We'll make these two purple. And we'll make this one, need it to be a colour I'm going to see against these backgrounds. Let's go for... I'll go for red and hope it doesn't hit this one. So red is in one of these two. And if it's that one, then that's the blue. So... Or is that the point, actually? There might be a more general point we can make here. Let's just shade these two in for a moment. It's very clear. Yeah, so I think what I've established now is if none of these were pink, once it gets the 5, it sort of has to circle round there. because the 5 has to be correctly positioned as well. So it's got to pick up the 1 next, and it could do a sort of wide loop, but it's still going to have to come out this way and trap the 4 in. So it can't do that. So one of these cells is black, one of these cells is pink, and one of these cells is blue to get this blue out. Because again, the blue can't trap the red 4 in. It's going to have to go up there, 6, 7, 8, and if it goes there, it's trapped pink in. That's not going to work, so it's going to have to come here. So one of these is blue, one of these is pink, one of these is black. And I think in order to not have crossing, we know the order. It's going to have to be blue, pink, black. Oh, whoopsie. How could it be anything else? And there would be crossing, wouldn't there? So that must be 3. Which means one of these is a 3. Okay, it doesn't... Oh, that's this black. I can't really see the colours against it. I think I'm going to have to lighten that at some point. Maybe I'll make it green for a moment. So... yeah, okay. Here is a different way of thinking about this. Actually, this is an interesting point. Where is the purple colour getting its 5 from? I just don't think it can be here. Because if we do any sort of rinky-dinkage that allows the 5th position on the purple line to be a 5, the only way of getting out, given we have to take one of these as purple to get the 1 on the line, the only way of getting out will have sealed this wall off. So we're going to have to circle around there and trap the 4 in. So this is not this is the way to think about it. So that's not the 5 that we're looking for from purple. So where does it get a 5 from? This is a 4. Because it's going to go 3, 2. There's no 5 available in this column because of this 5 pencil mark. There's no 5. The 5's been hypothecated to the blue line in this column. This is a 5 on the green line. So it's not there. So it must be a 5 in column 5. And how do we get a 5 on this line into column 5? Well, I don't actually know where it's going to be, but it's going to have to be in one of those 2 cells now. And this will have to be a 4. And then we need a 1 that connects these 2 cells together. So that 1 must be here. So that's beautiful. So so this line is now going here to one of those, but I don't know which one. Now, do I know what that? I know that digit isn't a 1 then, because that is on the blue line and must be correctly positioned on it. So this is a 1 in box 5. So this is a 1 in box 8. So, now, what's that? Do I know? Maybe I don't know yet. Okay, so this digit here, we know blue 6 is in one of those, so it's at least a 7. I'm going to put 7, 8, and 9 into it. If that's not 9, blue would have to go there, and then purple would have to go up. That's if this isn't 9. But we've also got... we've got all sorts of issues now as well. Where is the 4 in box 1? I don't know, one of 3 places. But they are not available to this 4. Right. Okay, maybe this is... that's a 4. That's beautiful. Right, yeah, where is the red 4? Red needs a 4. Now, I'd originally thought maybe it could get it from here, but it can't get it from here anymore, very clearly by Sudoku. So red 4, which is not allowed to be in column 1, is in one of those 3 cells. Don't know which one. Did I just remove a 3 pencil mark? I rather fear I did. I didn't mean to. There's a 4 in one of these cells. Now, what's that doing then? That means there's a line somehow drawn somehow connecting this red cell to one of those cells. And this blue thing is not allowed to cross that line or share cells with it. So the blue line must go there as its very next move, because if the blue line goes here, then the red line to get to a 4 would cross the blue line, so that doesn't work. So that's 6. How on earth is this 8 working? The 8's now got totally sealed in. Okay, let's extend the blue line first, though, before we worry about that. 1 is in one of 2 positions in box. This is not 6 anymore. So this digit now, 6, it could go 7. It's not 9, is it? It's not. Because the 6, oh no, no, it can't be. Because the only way it could be 9 is if this 6 goes 7, 8, 9. And that means there's no position for the 4. So this can't be 9. And therefore, where does the next blue digit go? It goes there. And therefore, that's definitely not a 5. That is an 8 or a 9. And that is a 5 on the Pinkel line. Which is quite a cool deduction. And in this column, we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 placed. So we've got to put 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, what can we do with that? None of those are going to be correctly positioned. So maybe we can't do anything with that. 1 here is looking at that cell. So that's a 3. So 3 is in one of 3 cells at the end of row 8. Row 8? What? Row 5? Do I know? I've got 2 there. Oh, that's just a Sudoku point. So the 4 has to go. Look, all of this gets filled in. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. So that 4 is the red 4. So, oh, hang on. No, that's okay. It's got to be the 4th position. There's only one way to do that. That's got to be like that, doesn't it? In order for it to be the 4th position. So that's rather good. The 1 is correctly placed on the 8 line. How are we going to get to 8? Oh, my goodness me. How are we going to get to... Oh, the 5. Oh, that's lovely. Wow. Okay, so this 8... There's only 5 cells available. So we have to make a maximum 5-cell line have digits on it that correctly sum to 8. So could it be 2 digits? Well, only if 3 and 5 were correctly positioned on that line. But there's no way to get a correctly positioned 3 on this line. Because 1, 7, there aren't enough digits on the line for it to be a 1, 7 pair or a 2, 6 pair. So we are looking for a 3-cell total that sums to 8, and the 1 and the 2 could be correctly positioned, and in fact must be, because we can never use 1, 3, 4, because the 3 is never available. So it is 1, 2, 5. We are going let's not use green, let's use, I don't know, can we get away with orange, or is it a bit too orangey? We could go there, there. I don't know. Oh, hang on. No, I've got a 5 here, actually. So I do know how this line goes. It's got to go like that. And all I've got to make sure of is that this digit isn't a 4, which it isn't. So, oh, in fact, that digit's a 6. I know that by Sudoku now, just from column 1. Now, what are these digits then? That's a 7, 8, or 9. That's definitely incorrectly positioned on orange, which is exactly what we'd hope for. These are 4, 7, 8, 9, not 6. This is not 6. This is not 4 anymore. So, okay, that might not matter. It looks so complicated what I've done here, but I don't think it is really. Now 7, look, this goes 7, 8, 9 in one of those cells. I don't want to make that pencil mark, but it's true. I'll do a blue flash to indicate that's where the 9 goes on the blue line. So where does the 6 go? Oh, I don't know. Oh, could it go there even? Oh, hang on, you've got to be so careful with that purple. It could go here. Ah. Okay, don't know then. 2. Why have I got 2? Oh, yeah. Do you remember this thing needed a 2 on it? That's got to go there now, because it can't go here by Sudoku. So this line, which might be longer, remember, we're not committing to this being a short line. We're just saying it goes there. Now, this is a 7, so these are no longer 7. 4, 6, 8, 9 into these cells. I'm going to pencil mark it. I know I shouldn't do, but that one is massive and therefore won't be correctly positioned. This row it needs a 3 in it, and that could be fine. That's not a 7 anymore. That's 8 or 9. All 3 of those 7, 8, 9s will be incorrectly positioned. Those digits up there are orange, so I'm going to orangify them. These are all red down here, but I don't know where red then moseys onto. We'll make those. Do I have a grey colour anymore? I don't really have grey. No. I must have got rid of grey in my palette at some point. I actually would quite like it today for once. Okay, so what are these digits? 6, 7, 9. That can't be 9, because remember there's a blue 9 in one of these, so that's 6 or 7. That's not 8. So it's 4, 6, 7, 9 into these cells. And what we can do with this is note that, I don't know, I'm not sure. No, I don't know. What about 4, 7, 8, 9? There's a 5 in one of these. So, oh, why have I not got 5 in there? Oh, look. Yeah, sorry, where's 5 in box 8? That's been placed for a while, so that's 5, that's 5. So this digit is not a low digit at all. It's a big old digit, and 4 in this column looks like it's placed to me. That's got to be there, and that's definitely not a 9. Let me just double check that. That felt weird. It's true though. It's sort of a hidden single in the column, and if that's 4, so that's got to be the blue 9, which means that the 6 that's going to be the next purple cell, I still don't know where it is, but it's in one of those 2 cells. So, which means that's going to be 6, but it couldn't be anyway. So, this is an 8. There we go. 9, 8. So this isn't 8. This isn't 4. That's a 6, 9 pair, so that's not 9. That's not 8. Are we chocolate tea? Oh, we are chocolate teapotted. That's extraordinary. I'm chocolate teapotted there. 7, 8, 9. All reduced to 2 options. None actually resolved. These are 3, 7, 9. 6, 7. That's a weird point. No. Oh, hang on. No, that's okay. That's okay, isn't it? Whatever this red digit is, it has to go in green in box 7. That digit there, it's not in its own row. It's not going to be in its own colour. So that digit, let's just give it a quick, I'll label it A. That must be in one of those 2 cells. I do know that there's a 6 down here. I don't know how to do that. Right, and this one is 7. That's 7, 8, or 9. So there's definitely a 4 up here. And I don't think it matters where it goes. Okay, so that's not how to make progress. Let's try. Let's try. I don't know. The other thing I'm finding difficult is to keep track of which lines I have used. So the blue line is now, that blue line is replete. It is quorate. And we don't need to extend it any further. That line is possibly quorate. That line is possibly quorate. That line is finished. That line's finished. That line just can't go any further. It's trapped in by other lines. This line has to do a lot more growing. That is a truth. That line doesn't have to. This line does have to. This one needs, oh, that's good, actually. That's, I don't know if it's going to do anything, but 4 in this box can be placed, because I know that green has a 4 on it in its 4th position to get to a count of 4, so it can't have 2 4s on it. So this is a 4. That's amazing, isn't it? That's done absolutely diddly squat again. But is it true then? Yeah, 1, 3, and 4. Right. That's. Oh yeah, look. That then being a 4 throws the 4 in box 9 into this cell where it joins its friend the green line. I don't know if green extends any further. That gives me a 1, 3 pair in the corner. 3. I've got a 3 pencil mark here. I've got a 3 pencil mark here. So where's 3 in column 7? It's going to have to be there. I've got a, oh no, I've got a 2x swing, but that doesn't seem to be terribly propitious. Okay. So we will now say a small prayer. I don't know. This row, 1, 4, 7, 8 into these cells. Let's have a quick look at that. Oh no, I want to do central pencil marking. That's not 4. Does anything have to join to this? Don't think so. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only thing we have to be careful of with this one, it's got to reach length 9. Oh, it can't have 9 on it then, can it? I suppose. That seems logical. Yeah, I think that's right. So, has that told us something? It can't have 9 on it because 9 is definitely is on it in its 9th position. That digit is a 7, believe it or not, by Sudoku. So these are not 7. These are not 7. That can't be 7 anymore. You couldn't put 7 in box 7. It couldn't repeat in red. It wouldn't. Yeah, that's a 6 then. So A. It doesn't matter now. Okay, well, it is a 6, but it doesn't seem to do anything. This is a 6, this is a 9 by Sudoku, so that's not a 9 at the top. That's not a 9 at the bottom. That is a 7 at the bottom. That's huge. That's huge. 8, 8, 9, 6 here, 9 here, 8 at the top of the grid. Come on. That's a 7 by Sudoku. This is a 4-9 pair. Oh, I'm sure this is doing things. Well, I was sure. Okay, let's just quickly pencil mark row 8. What do we need? 2, 6, 7. And that's not 2. And these cells, therefore, are 5, 8, 9. And I don't know anything about any of them, which is quite incredible. Well, although I know something weird, and that is that this cell now, this one here, is not on the red line, at least not next. Because if it was, it couldn't be 5 or 8, because I've had 5 or 8 on the red line already. So it would have to be 9, and it wouldn't be in the 9th position. So that one doesn't go there. It either goes there or there. And if it goes there, it would have to be a 7, because we've already had a 6 on the red line. I mean, maybe actually that might be something we need to do. Let's think about the digits we need to put on the red line, which are 3, 4, 7, 9. Oh, so it... Yeah, well, there's something. So the next digit, 3, 4, 7, 9, are the only digits we're allowed to put on the red line, and none of them can be in their correct position. So the next digit is either this one or this one, and the only ones of those options that are allowable are 7. So there is a 7 in one of those cells. There's no 7 up there, no 7 there, no 7. Oh, no, it doesn't. Ah, sorry. I thought that was going to be a really interesting point, but it's not. It's not. It's a typical Simon at party point. That's a 2-6 pair, is it? Seems to be. I haven't... Oh, that's... Okay, so that's going to need one of those 2s. Remember 2s? They always have a 2 very close to them. Right, what about these digits then? 4, 7, 8, 9. And that is not 4, so that's a huge digit. And this is a 6, 7 pair, which is resolved, by the way. I just didn't... Oh, that's massive. Because this purple, remember, purple has to grow. So now I know how it grows. And then it needs an 8 in one of those 2 cells. So these are not 8. It's just a brilliant puzzle, this, isn't it? It's... Oh... Nearly. That one's come down so much in terms of optionality. Yeah, where's 8 in... Why do I think these can't be 8? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's just because of the pencil mark I just put in. Because there's an 8 purple next to this 7 in one of those 2, those can't be 8. So where's 8 in row 2? It's got to be there. And therefore it becomes sort of a self-fulfilling line. This line goes boom, like that. Where we still need to put 9 on it, which is probably there, but I'm not certain. It's definitely not there. So 9 is in one of those 3, definitely, attached to this 8. Which means this is definitely not 9. Okay, but that's 4 or 7. It just had to not be 1, and it was never going to be 1. Now, what does this one? This is getting 7, isn't it, from one of those 2? Which is all very well, but I really don't want to keep pencil marking all these cells. I might have to. What else do we need on this line? 3, 4. 3, 4, 7, and 3, 4. Right, we need 3, 4, and 7. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's how to do it. You need 3, 4, and 7 on the red line before you see the 9. So if I did go here for a 7, the next 2 digits on the red line from here would be 3 and 4. Well, I could get a 3 from here. That's the only way I could get even a 3, but if I got here I couldn't get 4 because the 4's been hypothecated to that line. So that's not the 7 that's on red. That's the 7 that's on red, so that's 6. This is a 2-7 pair. That's definitely red 7s standing by. 7 can come out of some cells. Oh, that does my chocolate teapot on the left-hand side. Okay, so these cells now are a 1-4 pair. They're a 3-9 pair. So I might as well pencil mark these ones now. They've got to be 1-6-8. No. 5-6-8. 5-6-8. And that's a naked single 5. So now in this, that's great. So that's a 9. And that's a 1 at the top, actually. And presumably, I've got a whole load of pairs down columns 8 and 9. But let's just check. What do I need across here? 4, 5, 9 into those cells. But one of those, do you remember one of these is the 9, the purple 9? So it's not that one. So let's have a look at column 9 then and see if we can spot some sort of pairage or something down that column. I don't know, actually. Oh, hang on. What did we need? What did we need on red? Red needed 3. After the 7, it needed 3 and 4. And then it needed 9. Oh, but it could get the 9 here. Where does it get 3? Oh, where does it get 3 from? That's it. Where does red get 3 from? The only possibility is this cell that's close enough to it. So that must be 3. That must be 9. And oh no, that doesn't do. Oh well, okay. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Okay, this is still going a bit. Okay, so that's, yeah, okay, so we've got to go, we've got to get 3 and 4 on the line, then a 9, which can't be this 9, because that's in a square, so it's going to be this 9. So the way we do it is there, like that. And now, okay, how does this one work? What's this one doing? This one needs, it hasn't got a 1 in the correct position, so it needs a 4. It needs a 4. I can't even see where it could get. Oh, it can get that 4. Okay, so it's got to go there. Oh, that's beautiful. Look, if it took the 3, which it could do, like that, the 3 would be correctly positioned. So it doesn't do that. It does that. I see all of these other lines have sort of got trapped in, haven't they? So that's how they've been limited in terms of their length. The 0 line is now... Oh, that's lovely. Look, watch this. The 0 line is going into one of these cells. That's so brilliant, Marty. It's going into one of these cells because it can't go anywhere else, and it must be at least a length 2 line. Now, if it goes up and gets a 2 from here, then it's not a 0, is it? So it's got to go up and get a 6, which makes it itself an 8, otherwise the 6 would repeat on the line. Now this 2 is completing this clue, and that 2 is doing this and this. 9, 5, 4, 7, 4, 9, 5, 8. Bingo! There we go. That is phenomenal. Loved it. Oh no, I haven't done the 12 line. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I forgot someone was coming. And I had to rush downstairs, and I've rushed back upstairs again. Oh, the puzzle's basically finished. But what were we trying to do? I wanted to... Well, I don't want to click tick yet. I just want to check that I've done all the lines. I haven't... Well, no, I haven't done all the lines. That 9 is there on the purple. So how do we know? This is still the point that I'm... Oh, I see. No, it's very clever. It's really interesting. This line, which is a length 2 line at the moment, if it did grow at all, it would hit a 3, and therefore that's not allowed. So it is legitimate to sort of say that is a self-contained line. Nothing can... No line... Oh my goodness, right. No, this is far cleverer than I'd even given it credit for. The one here has to grow, and therefore it's going to snaffle this 3, because if it went northeast, well, it would cross a line for one thing, but also it would repeat a 1 on it. So that's a line. Better not use the same colour. Let's use grey. And colour it in red. Now, let's see if we can do this for all the lines. And I know I haven't done this 12 line. I never even thought about the 12 line, which is slightly worrying. That one is trapped in. That cannot go anywhere. This 613 line. This one is trapped in. That cannot go anywhere. That one is trapped in. It can't go anywhere. Now, yeah, you see, I don't know. I don't know whether these ones can grow. Maybe the 12 line tells us that. What about the 9? Oh, yeah, this line's done because it needs to get a 4, and that's the only place it could get it. This line is done because it's trapped in. So that's totally legitimate. The cells at the top you just can't get to. So what Marty's done here is very cleverly select clues that limit the length of the lines, but we've got to figure this one out. Now the 3 is definitely wrong, isn't it? So what on earth are we doing here? So I could get a 2 on the line in the correct position. And then I'd need... No, I don't like that, because if the 2's in the correct position, then I need some more digits in correct positions that sum to 10, without using 3, 2, without using 1, and without using 4. There's no way to do it. So that 2 is not right. That 2 is not the second position for this. So it must be a 2-digit total, mustn't it? It can't be a 3-digit total like 3, 4, 5, because the 3 can't be correct, and I can't get a 4 on the line at all. So it's a 2-digit total, which can't be 3, 9. Can't be 4, 8, so it has to be 5, 7. For there is a 5 and a 7 here. But okay, yeah, and I can dimly see how we do that then. So what we do is we go round, we spiral round like that. No, that's wrong. 1, 2, 3. No, we need to do that and that. That's bizarre. That's absolutely bizarre. I nearly messed that up. The 5 and the 7 obviously have to be in the correct position, so we need to have a 6th digit between them. So it goes 3, 1, 6, 8, 5. We hit that in the 5th position, which is the only way of doing it. Then we hit the 2, then the 7. And that digit is never, I don't think, is ever visited by a line. And this also traps that line in and that line in, and those are both determined fully. What a ridiculously brilliant way to finish that off. So I mean, it must be right. You almost don't need to check it, because the fact that it worked like that just means it must be right. It's extraordinary. extraordinary, really deep puzzle with some fascinating logic. Marty, take a bow. I've just about finished that in time for the blueprint stream. For those of you who might want to watch that, thank you very much if you're still with me. Thank you so much for spending so much of your Monday evenings in my company. I hope it wasn't too dreadful for you. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.